So it is Friday night, and for once, not waiting for my steak to rest. Been under the weather, having something else. Gonna have steak this coming Sunday for Father's Day. Some dry-aged ribeyes and a giant porterhouse prime, not dry-aged. They just had dry-aged ribeye, which I don't typically love, and I got them to cut them really, really thick, 2 inches. So haven't really been drinking too much, but I'm gonna have a glass of something. But in the meantime, a lot of wine that I purchased. Got some through the few wine clubs I'm still in, Sheldrake out of the Finger Lakes and Silver Thread out of the Finger Lakes. I did find one of the cabs in the $30 range that I wanted to try, and that is this. This is called Time Place. And this is a 2022 Cabernet. So, again, don't know much about it. It got some accolades, and I think it'll be a great comparison when I do that big, giant Cabernet showdown, which maybe I'll do next week when I feel a little better. I do need to get the Chateau Saint Michel Cold Creek Vineyard, the one I mistakenly bought. It was called Canoe Creek or something. I additionally bought a case of this. So, after thinking about it, this Fianchetto 2023 Gravelly Loam Cab for $30 just is a perfect gift wine, a perfect wine to have at home with friends. It's a wine for people that like a big, bold, juicier, fruitier style. There's absolute complexity here. There's depths of flavor, and I believe it's just delicious. So I bought a case, and I haven't done a case wine red in a really long time. So excited to have that, and excited to share it with some people to really see what they think about it. So we'll just start with Sheldrake's. Oh, I guess I bought 2 Time Place. Didn't even realize it. Must have got a second one somehow. Must have found it somewhere else. So for Sheldrake this time, I didn't go super old on Riesling. A lot of these are gonna be Riesling. So Sheldrake's 2016. Estate bottled, and I got 4 of these. And this is claims medium dry, 1.6% residual sugar. That won't be medium dry. And it's saying medium dry to medium sweet. It won't be. Because of the, I could tell from the alcohol content, 12.6 plus, this has got some age. The sugar, the residual sugar dissipates. This will have more of a full body taste, I'm guessing, with a good amount of age character, being 9 years old, at least I am hoping. So I got 4 of those. It's the oldest they had that was offered without me asking for the library wines. Probably next order I'll get some other library wines again, because I really want my Riesling to be older. And I guess I got 3, not 4. So I think for Sheldrake it's a case a year, so whatever it is. With Silver Thread there's 6 bottles, and we'll start with a rosé. And this is 2024, so super young, darker than the rosés I'm used to from them. I think it's because 24 is going to go down as a very warm vintage, so I suspect this to be kind of a strawberries and cream type of rosé, which I do love. I think it's delicious, and we'll see if it does stay true to that. Are there any more 24s in here? There is. So there's a 2024. This is a current vintage dry Riesling from them, and it's just bone dry. I don't have all the residual sugar numbers in front of me, but it's on the sheet that they send the wines with, but not super important. Just going to go sort of through these. Gridley Bluff 2023 vineyard. I think I've had this before and I really like it. This does have a touch of residual sugar also, but just enough to cut through that piercing acidity. So it just gives the wine a little bit more texture and body rather than an actual sweetness. These are not sweet wines. They're just not. But you hear RS or you hear residual sugar and you think, oh gosh, this is going to be sweet. They're not. It's just to cut the acidity. The very bone dry Rieslings in a cooler vintage in the Finger Lakes are so acidic. They feel like they're taking the enamel off your teeth. So a little bit of that residual sugar balances them out. The best sparkling Riesling I ever had a fair bit of residual sugar in it, and it was phenomenal. And all the other ones that I tried did not, and they were just so piercingly dry. There was this beer I had once when I was in college, and it was awful. And it was called Bud Dry. Gosh, did it taste that way too. It was on sale, and me and all of my roommates went and bought like cases and cases of this stuff. We drank that stuff for months, but it was horrific and just very not good tasting. And it really stuck true to that name, Bud Dry. It did not last very long, and that's not shocking. This is one of the oldest, I think it's called the Davis Vineyard. They're calling it Doyle Fournier, one of the oldest vintage vineyards in the Finger Lakes for Riesling. I think it planted in the 70s, and I got 2 of these 2023s, and I really, really enjoy all the Rieslings from it. And I really do enjoy young Riesling. I want more old, but sometimes I like a young to just pop it now. I'm in the mood for it. I'm not looking for anything too aged. And I got a Chardonnay. So I don't think I've ever had their Chardonnay, and I was kind of in the mood. Don't know anything about this one. It'll be exciting to try, and we'll see how their Chardonnay is. And if it's pretty good, I'll try it. I have this thing where I really like New Jersey Chardonnays. There's just a certain aroma and taste to them. Not all of them, but some of them. I suspect there's going to be a similar profile to these East Coast Chardonnays. I don't really know what it is. Maybe when I try it, I'll get it out, but I'm not quite sure. We shall see. I bought another wine, $16, and this is a Greek wine, and it's Papagiannakos. Yes. And Sabatiano Old Vine 2023, $16, very inexpensive, low alcohol, 12.5. So Sabatiano is supposed to be the Greek version of a Chenin Blanc. So I love Chenin Blanc, especially from the Loire. And I don't recall having this grape from Greece, so we'll give it a shot and see what it tastes like. So those are all the wines I bought, which is a fair bit. And I also bought this, and this is Vivlia Chora Areti 2020, so assyrtiko. So I love the assyrtiko grape. This is 2020, so it's got some years on it. This is not inexpensive, 13.5, so a little bit bigger and bolder. And I don't think I've ever had, I've seen this producer has a lot of higher end Greek wine, more expensive maybe. I mean, a higher end, but more expensive for sure. Some of it's like some blended grapes, things I'm not really interested in. I'm kind of interested in the pure Greek native varietals, kind of a purist in that regard. I don't really want a Cab Syrah blend, although one of my favorite Syrahs is a Greek Syrah. Actually, the bottle of wine is on my wall, and it has my name minus the S. So this is still super cold. This was in my normal fridge, not my wine fridge. This is way too cold, but this smells like lemon curd, candied lemons. I mean, this smells awesome. Persimmon. There's a little bit of a honeycomb smell, just a touch. Like a light honey, like acacia honey. If you know honeys, acacia honey is a really light, sweet honey. Kind of has a specific smell compared to, let's say, a buckwheat honey, which is very brown and dark, molasses looking. Yeah, this smells like it's going to be great. I feel like there's a white peach aroma too. So it's got a little bit of a tropicality, but mostly in that ripe citrus type of place. That's good. It's really good. I don't know what I paid for that, but I'd buy another. I wouldn't buy a case of this, but I really like it. Ooh, that's got a long finish. Oh, that's really good. I take it back. I'd buy definitely more of this. Of an older vintage, I want the 2020 or older. I believe. Gosh, this has got such. It's not as textured as a Hatzidakis or it's a Lepos, but it's. Assyrtiko typically is super, super lean, super, super acidic. Kind of very similar to Riesling, especially young. But these people that are Hatzidakis and Lepos, others that are doing it a little bit more batonnage, which is some leaf stirring in the barrels when they're fermenting them, and they're just giving it a little bit more texture and body. I feel like this is there as well. It's just so cold. It's acidic for sure, high acidity. All the lemon things are there. Lemon lime. Length is lengthy. It's a long finish, I mean. It's a little bit of a bitter almond, which isn't a bad thing. I love almonds. It's a good wine, really good wine. And under the weather, so my palate is a little jacked up, but this is really good. This is really good. This is a good little find. I don't remember where I bought it. I have a sneaking suspicion, because there's not many places that'll have a decent selection of Greek wine. This is really good. I'm gonna let this thing warm up. I'm gonna go check on my dinner. I'm not even gonna mention what it is. It's kind of an oddball random dinner that I'm going to have tonight. Tomorrow I'm gonna have a tuna. Just gonna cook it rare and add a little bit of sauces, some wasabi, some teriyaki, and some chili oil, and a few sesame seeds, and that'll be tomorrow's dinner. We'll see if I feel better to have maybe more of this wine. I Corvin this, or maybe one of these young Rieslings, I don't know. I really want to try one of those Sheldrake 2016s. I could maybe put one of those in the fridge, Corvin that tomorrow, if I'm not still in the mood for any more than a glass. So, that's it. A lot of wine. I'm going to do that Cabernet Showdown, and it's going to be a good bit of Cabernet to be trying. I'm going to add the Urea in there. Uriah, I forget. It's not Cab Blend, but it's Merlot Cab Franc, but it's in that price range. I'll add it in there as a contrast. Actually, to see if I could find, do I believe it's got the Cabernet I'm sorry. Can I distinguish the difference between all the Cabernets in that one? Like, will I feel the difference between that being two different varietals and these others being mostly Cabernet, although the Frederick is Cab, and then Merlot and other things, more of a classic Bordeaux blend out of Washington. They're both out of Washington. A lot of words, maybe too many words. So, for all those out there, have a good Father's Day, and I'll do this again. I feel a little bit better. Have a good night.